You didn't need Alcoholics Anonymous. You're like, no, I'm not doing it.
I did some therapy. That helped. I just needed to realize that once I realized that, and I had gone to Al-Anon because of my dad, adult child of alcoholic meetings, which helped me a phenomenal amount, just to realize that that it's a disease and that, you know, you're powerless to it. And that for me, I was able to apply what I learned in there, because I went to a couple AA meetings, and in Boston, it was like guys would get up and they would, and then you're in a band, so girls are throwing themselves at you, have an affair. She's got some coke.
Now it's good. Now the story turned around.
I turned it around.
Now it's exciting again.
Born to be wild.
Dum, dum, dum.
Sometimes when I work at casino, there'll always be that band in the lounge just playing like Born to be Wild and all those songs. And like, you'll see people that are like 57 dancing, and you see them and they're dancing, and it's like they're just reliving the only joy they had in their life, which was like when they were young, dancing a rock. Know that I still want to drink all the time, but when I really want to drink, I stop and I go, all right, what's stressing you out? What do you need to deal with? And then I just kind of focus on it.
Yeah. Yeah, there was, when I was a kid, my dad was an architect, and so I worked on a lot of construction sites, and I met a lot of junkies, a lot of junkies. A lot of people on construction sites are either alcoholics or drug addicts.
Like, and then I blew a guy for a sandwich and I passed out in the fucking dump, and they, you know, it's like I couldn't relate. I mean, my thing was like I fucked a fat chick. You know, that was my bottom. I had a three-way with a couple of girls who were, you know, as fat as John Panette. And so, so I could, but I read the literature of the 12 steps, and it helped me because it made me realize that when I wanted to drink, something was going on.
Yeah.
And to this day, I just have that reaction. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Then try to have a relationship on top of that. Tell that girl you can't go out on Saturday night ever because you're doing gigs.
And then the gigs suck and you're not making any money. And they're like, you should get a job. The gigs suck. You should get a job.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And the saddest thing is that when you first start doing drugs, and I don't know about you, but I had a phenomenal time doing cocaine. You know, mushrooms and all the stuff I did as a teenager was like, I never got hooked on it. And if you do it, you know, maybe I did coke 50 times without ever getting hooked.
You know, it's like, there's a lot of people out there that they have a dream, and then the pressure of trying to reach that dream, like his dream is to be in a successful band, right? And the pressure of trying to reach that dream and see it to fruition, it just seems unreachable.
Yeah.
It seems too far off.
It's a blast. That's the best kept secret. But then once you get hooked, you're not even having fun anymore. You're just maintaining. You're just feeding it so you don't crash.
And there was this one guy that I really liked. He's a funny guy, man. Really funny guy, and he's in a band. His name is Robbie. Funny fucking dude. Loved hanging around with him. But just couldn't stay off the coke.
Wow.
Couldn't stay off the coke. And you could totally tell he'd be honest about it too. And here you are, you're in your 30s and you're working a construction job, and you know, you fucking work all day in Boston in the winter. You're tired as shit when you get home. You don't want to go to band practice.
Yeah.
You get home at 6:30, you have dinner, and now it's 7:30. You got to get up.
Right.
You got to get up in a few hours.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? When are you going to bed? You know, you got to get up at 6. Like,
then you go to
fuck.
band practice and the drummer doesn't show up, so you can't practice. Or
he's 45 minutes late, his car breaks down, and you're fucking pissed, and your girlfriend's screaming at you.